Good morning, friends. I thought I would record a live entry of the bot's position here for the 60-minute opening range breakout. So it is Wednesday, October 1st. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on a 15-minute chart. Here's the high and the low of the 60-minute opening range. And this candle just broke to the upside. So my bot will look to take a position outside and below the opening range, and that short strike would be the 55. So the 55.45 is what my bot entered. And this is what the position looks like on option alpha. So it opened a 10 wide spread for 80 cents. And it'll look to close it when it reaches 30 cents. And I will be back if and when that happens, or if it gets stopped out. Hi friends, here's where I am on the coffee. I was going to give you an hour update, but my closing position just filled. So it's been about 50 minutes. This was the entry candle. My closing order filled on this candle. So it took about 10 points for a 10 wide credit spread to achieve $50 in profit, or 50 cents per contract. So, and by this environment, I mean all-time highs. So we're at 66.92. The current all-time high is 66.99. So we'll probably make a new all-time high today. Personally, I think all-time highs are the most difficult time to be a day trader. So if you are making money in this market, give yourself some props. It's a difficult market. Just because, well, as a premium seller, there's very little premium in the out of money strikes. Anyways, let me show you what the position looks like on option alpha. So, all right, these are my strikes. Oh, I just wanted to show you this part, that when the position entered, I still feel like I could have gotten 90 cents if I filled it manually, because that was the high, the mid price was obviously 80, but I feel like if I sent an order for 90, I could have gotten 90. I did try to add today, but the spread never, the highest price that it got today was like $1, maybe $1.05, and I was going to add at like $1.20 or $1.30, but it never got there. So anyways, this is what the take profit order looks like, and yeah, a successful day. Good morning. It's Monday, October 6th, and I just thought I would show you what a missed opportunity is on the bot. So I'm on a 15-minute chart. Here's the high and the low of the 60-minute opening range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We just got the breaking candle here. So my bot is looking to sell a 10 wide spread below 67.18. So if we go over to my automation log, starting at the breakout, my bot started looking for the 67.15.05 PCS. Problem is there's only 50 cents of premium per one contract below that. And I currently have my minimum premium requirement at 70 cents. So my bot will keep looking to see if 70 cents becomes available. So normally in my manual trading world, I would just abandon the position, not think about it for the rest of the day. But I think I'm going to let my bot continue to look, because if we get a pullback, I still kind of want it to enter the trade. So I don't think we're going to get that deep of a pullback. I mean, we got to pull back at least 10 points, but we'll see. If we do, I'll come back and record it, but likely we're headed for all-time highs. Another thing, this is the current all-time high, 67.50, is that I pretty much concluded that my bot will never take a position so long as we're in 20 to 30-ish points of any new all-time high because there just isn't enough premium available in the out-of-money strikes. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just something I've concluded over this last month and a half.
Hey everyone, so that was a look at how the bot handled two completely different mornings, two different setups. Also consider that there will be some days where we never break out of the 60-minute opening range. We go a whole session without trading outside of the high or the low of the first 60 minutes. I want to give you an update on my trading log, but before I do, I want to let you know that the template is available for cloning in the Option Alpha community. So of course, I will link it in the video description below this. Also, you can just go to community, type in 60-minute orb template.
No, hold on, let me get this right.
Go to community, bot templates, type in 60-minute orb 10 wide, and it's the purple 10 icon. In my previous videos, you might have seen that I had named it something safe strikes. That's because I think I'm going to make another bot where instead of finding strikes only outside of the opening range, I'm going to try a bot that attempts strikes closer to the money. Because what I haven't done a good job of is recording how many missed opportunities the bot has because there was no premium outside of those outside of the opening range. So I would like for it to have more opportunities to profit.
Welcome to my trading log. If this is the first time you're seeing this, this is where I've been tracking both my manual and bot entries for the 60-minute 10 wide orb. I never know where to put my face, but in my first video, I went over this section. Second video, I went over this section, third, fourth, and that brings me to this section here. And I just highlighted a couple things that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned when I did this screen record. Actually, something I didn't highlight that I might have mentioned a minute or two ago is I'm not keeping track on this log of how many missed opportunities there were. So for instance, in this week, my bot only took a position on Tuesday and Thursday. So what happened on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Obviously, there wasn't at least 70 cents of credit, or we didn't have a breakout of the opening range. But I guess I want to be more cognizant of how much profit I am missing on these days. Like, what was the credit that I just didn't take? Because maybe I need to be taking it. So, okay, so I always want to like make sure I talk about the losses because the wins are so easy. I mean, whatever. I entered at this price and it reached its $50 profit target. But like on this day, okay, I know why I want to talk about this day because this day, let me go to a chart. All right, here I am on a chart for that day where my bot entered a 10 wide PCS for 80 cents. First 60 minutes. Here's the high. Here's the low. The high gets broken on this candle, but my bot actually does not take a position until here. Why? Because I let the bot, when it broke here, there wasn't 70 cents of credit. So I let my bot keep looking for a whole hour until it found 80 cents of credit here. Now, it ends up getting stopped out an hour later on this candle here. It expires worthless. But this is one of those days where maybe I should have just abandoned the trade and avoided the loss because there was no credit at the time of the trigger. Just something I wanted to mention. All right, back to the log. On this day, I highlighted this because this was not a good entry or exit. Fill price is what I mean. I don't know if this matters to you, but I am running this bot in both my Schwab and Tradier accounts. I run it in the Tradier account when I am doing other day trading where I can't have the bot stomping on my other 0 DTE strikes. So I run it in the Tradier account. Now, I noted on this day that while I was watching the spread enter and close, that it could have filled for $1.90 and it could have exited for $3.70. Now, I know 40 cents of missed credit, 10 cents here, 30 cents there is not a big deal when you're trading one contract, but I hope to be trading 5 contracts, 10 contracts, and that matters. That much money matters, but I don't really know what to do about it. I just noted like maybe it was a bad entry and exit fill on the broker side, like on the trader side. I don't really know what to do about that. I just wanted to note that. All right. On this day, okay, so this is what happened. The bot entered its position right when the breakout triggered at 9:09. By the way, this is all Pacific time, and it took a 10 wide for 85 cents. On this day, I just went ahead and sent out a working order. Like if the spread reaches $1.05, go ahead and fill an extra 2. When I hear the ding, when I get the alert that it fills at $1.05, I immediately go in and set up my profit target. On this day, like I wasn't even watching the chart. Okay. Like my 50-cent profit target filled in 2 minutes. Like it was just as fast as I could type it in there and send the order. So here's what I kind of wanted to share. I like that I let the bot take the lead position, entry position, and then watch it to see if I can get an additional 20, 30, or 40 cents of credit. Then I send out an order for another 2. So that's just kind of like the flow I've been flowing with the bot. And if I can figure out a way to automate that, I will. But yeah, that's the update on my trading log.
Every time I update my log, I am reminded of how very grateful I am to even know a strategy that wins consistently. Knowing is more than half the battle in this game. I know you know that. So, I'm happy to be here making the tweaks, exercising the discipline and the patience that it takes to let it all play out. And I'm so happy to be here. If you want to be here with me and with the great minds over at Option Alpha, please come join us. The links are below. Thanks so much for all the kind comments, the support, and I will see you in a few.